to end. And if you've got something to share, pick up the phone, turn it up. Real FM, ride the frequency. Talking truth, talking change, talking all that's real. With Francis Pierre at the wheel. Politics to faith, the latest trend.
Welcome, sisters or brothers and sisters in the diaspora, and anyone who have the opportunity to hear us on the internet. Welcome to our program. We are 91.9, 91.5 Real FM, and we Noise FM 94.9 in Brooklyn, New York. We always encourage you to subscribe to Real FM and share our program and like our program. Help a local program to grow. Help a program in the Caribbean to grow. We have this challenge in the Caribbean that we don't help one another. It's a big challenge, you know. We don't help one another. You might have a radio program in the Caribbean, and based upon the internet now, it's difficult to grow. Because individuals from St. Patrick's, St. Andrews, Carriacou, Grenada, one of the ways you could help the program to grow is to subscribe to Real FM. The program is struggling for want of support. Yes, people listen to it. We know we have a wide listenership, but they wouldn't put a finger to help it to grow. Unlike other programs among other races, it's a challenge we must seriously, as black people, as people in the Caribbean, sit down and discuss. You mustn't run from it. We spend a lot of time regretting. We spend a lot of time in lamentation. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller, welcome.
How are you, my dear brother?
Good man, good man.
Oh, Mr. Pierre, I don't understand it. I don't understand this thing about bullying. Listen, you see, we just like going on in circles, you know. I mean, believe you me, eh? Mr. Pierre, this thing, it just have a different name now, right? This thing was going on in school, from time immemorial, right? You would know when you think, because you mentioned it there, when you see, you children don't fight now in school. You used to stay miles away and hear the willy, when you go close, two groups, one put a leaf or a stone on each other's shoulder and who bad throw it down. Listen, man, we just finding nice name for things that forever been going on. The thing about you there?
Yes, I listen.
Mr. Pierre, look, the thing about, correct me if I'm wrong here, please. The thing about look, husband bully wife, wife bully husband, bossman bully worker, right? Union bully government bully union. Come on, people, this thing is not nothing. The children is just mirroring our ways. Am I wrong here?
I'm full support of you, God. I agree with you.
But this is a rough fact, Mr. Pierre. I mean, why we have big hardback people getting on with them nonsense, man? Huh? Listen, the thing about it, we are a nation of bullies, right? We are a nation. Sometimes even we relate, how we relate to each other is in a bullying way. Even how we interact with each other on a daily basis is in a bullying way. I mean, what are we pretending? What are we pretending? The children is just mirroring our ways. The thing about it is, listen, and this thing is not nothing new in school. Okay? This is not nothing new in school. This thing going on since my grandmother was a man. You hear me?
Yes, God.
This thing's been going on in school. So I don't think, the thing about it is, we adults, we have to amend our ways, and the children will reflect how we behave, right? And this is what it is. So this is about about bullying in school and bullying in school, and they want to put it well like that, well, like this is something new. This thing is not nothing new. I mean, this, why you making joke? Children don't fight now in school. When you making joke, it's crowd. You say crowd. When you don't let Mr. Pierre, crowd. When you pass one leaf and all, put a leaf on a shoulder. Who bad joy dog? And the fight. So I don't see why. I mean, yes, I mean that is not to say we must turn a blind eye to the adverse behavior among children in school. But what I'm saying is this thing is not nothing strange, and to me, I think is the children is just mirroring we the adults how we behave, and if we behave better, if we improve our behavior on a daily basis, then they will reflect how we behave. And that's how I personally see it. Thank you.
Thank you, Colin, and I'm in full agreement with you. We adopt this word bullying, and I think we're stretching it and making too much out of it. And I agree with you, you don't have fight in school now. When you're in school in yesteryear, you used to have fight every day. Yes, Colin, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, good afternoon. I called back today again after listening to the DMs in the PM last night.
Yeah.
And as I said, I'm a good listener of your program.
Yes.
And I remember you have been advocating a lot about the kits that, the cricket kits that Grenada got or the Prime Minister got. And you said that he was going to distribute it to his constituent, and yours was like, sorry, he need to give it to the Ministry of Education and let the teachers and so forth do the distribution. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something. That did not fall or fell on deaf ears. Last night with the DMs in the PM, I heard the Prime Minister said that they will go to, is it Progress Park, where they open up the new ES? So they will be handing over the cricket gears up there. Yes. So as I said, you are the one that have been advocating because he said that it was for his constituency. Yeah. And he said he's not supposed to go straight to his constituency and give it out like that. It has to go to the Ministry of Education, the teacher and so forth. Well, you got a lot of power, man. You have power. So it didn't fall on their face. So it's going to happen, they said, over the weekend. So, good work, Mr. Pierre.
You see, we have to be very careful about our leaders. We could take good people and make them bad. All of us have good and evil in us. The Prime Minister of Grenada was a political neophyte. He was not involved in politics before. He was not involved in any organization that I know about that was contributing to volunteerism or development of the country in general. Yes, Scholar, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, Scholar.
Mr. Pierre, I have two questions. What is bond? What is bond? And why do government put bond out there for sale? Because I heard that the government is trying to rearrange our ignorance on financial matters. Thank you.
Well, I think basically the government trying to raise money. They're trying to raise money, and that is the purpose of creating this bond. Basically, the government wants to raise money. So you lend them money, and they give you a bond, and they promise you 4% interest after 2 or 3 years, and the agents take out the cut. So if you put $100,000 there, some people have a lot of money in the bank, and the bank might give you 1% or 1.5%. So you give the government, you take out these bonds, and I don't know if it's 2 or 3 or 4 years, and they give you 4.5%. Maybe they take 1% for agency fee and other transaction, and you may get 1.5% more than what you get in the bank. So nothing is wrong with it. It's a means of you might able, if you have discretionary income locked up in the bank, and the bank paying you 1%, you're likely to get more from government. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, good afternoon.
Yes, caller.
Mr. Pierre, I want to say precisely on Saturday night I came from Guam. And on my way by Perseverance, I didn't see that hole at all. My vehicle went down in that hole. And 2 of my tires blew off. And as far as I understand, several other people, the night before, the Friday night, they had 2 vehicles blow off the same 2 tires from the very said hole. I want to know what the Dutch government is doing about this thing, because, I mean, it's several people. If you go by Perseverance and you ask questions, they will tell you how many vehicles are blowing up from this hole on the ground there. The government increased in the license fee a couple of years ago, saying that to assist with the road. Right now, the road is at its worst. That new piece of road in Molineux that they did there. If you pass there, you shame for yourself. Only hole all over the place and piling up everybody. A young fella told me that he went down in the very set hole and he broke it 2 shocks. Man, the government need to do something about that. This government too wicked. They are too mischievous. They're very, very, very mischievous. This man is a very mischievous man, this Prime Minister. He's mischievous, and I don't care I say it as it is. He's very mischievous and wicked. I don't think he likes Grenadian. He don't like Grenadian because every minute he's on a plane, flying like a bird. He don't like Grenadian. Fix the road. It costing you too much money. If you watch, I going to Tempe, when I want to go to Tempe, man, you have some big crater in the road, all in Tempe. Fix the road. Why this man failing to do that? Since the previous administration, he had all I was saying he didn't have. But now it's the worst. That's the worst time. Thank you, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, based upon the track record of the National Democratic Congress, they're always very weak where road maintenance is concerned. NNP always do a better work on road and road maintenance and debushing than NDC. So you're not likely to have better. That is in the NDC DNA. Anytime they're in power, you have much more deterioration of the management of road. Yes, caller, welcome.
Hey, good day, Mr. Pierre. How are you doing?
Great, man.
Yeah. Mr. Pierre, I listen to your program every day. And he has a certain caller. I will call in and try to criticize him. And the caller speaking about standard. Standard. Right? And I want to say to the caller, if you want to be someone of a high standard and a right standard, you should always speak the truth. Don't come on the radio program and speak lies to people. Right? Don't come on the radio station and speak lies, because I want you to know also the greater people know the truth. The smallest man, the man that may see by the roadside, and you believe that he don't know what is going on. He knows exactly what is going on. Right? And anyone want to talk about standard, as it is alleged that money will pass to that individual to come on your radio station, and only on the radio station he come in and he try to criticize it. You speaking about things that you see going on in the country and how the government treating people. He say that you're lying. Because, and what I understand that this individual considers himself to be a Christian person. Right? A Christian person. And if you want to follow the precept of God and the word of God, you have to stand for what is right and what is true, right? And anyone want to talk about standard, I want to come on a program and speak a set of lies to make people going to compete Martin believe what they say is true. That person has no standard, no or a high standard. Anyone that taking bribe to come on a radio station and lie, this person needs to check himself. And Mr. Pierre, continue to do what you're doing because you're enlightening the people going to compete Martin the truth, and it is clear to see what this government doing. They don't care about the poor people. All they care about is to fill the pocket every month end. While if filling the pocket with money, the poor people are going to compete Martin suffering under this administration that is very uncaring, and they don't love the poor people. Already they love the pocket and the friend and the family. We have to give the people who are going to compete Martin hope. You could put the hope in NMP. When NMP return back in power, they don't see colors, they don't see NMP, they see gradients. And NMP is an inclusive party with a wonderful leader, a leader that is trying to test improvement in Honorable Emily Pierre. She will be a leader that will bring back our country to where it was before the last election. Mr. Pierre, have a bless.
Thank you, Color.
After.
And all of us have a responsibility to monitor and guide our leaders. Sometimes in party politics, you don't want to criticize your leaders. You don't want to be the first to criticize the leader. But if what people saying about your leader is true, you must nudge the leader to stop. And you would find me very often concentrating on the leadership in the country because they are very powerful in terms of the position they take. So you may not find me much attacking people on the side, but I go for the leadership. There are too much allegations. There are too much rumors. There are too much information on the ground about bribery and corruption with the National Democratic Congress. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller, welcome.
Good evening. When you're speaking about bribery, what bribery are you talking about? Mr. Pierre, go in St. David, you'll get things for your child. Keep for your child if you want. Talking about bribery. Mr. Pierre, I heard a man on the radio say that breadfruit
when something happened to your phone, when I'm talking to you, it doesn't stop, so I'm not hearing you. So look at your phone again and call back. The internet must be thing. Caller, one of the best things you could do is to ask me what bribery you're speaking about, and I will tell you some of the incidents of bribery that seems to be associated with the Prime Minister of Grenada. One of them is the Prime Minister received a gift in excess of 30,000 US dollars. We have been at that for the last 3 years. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, how are you doing today?
Great, man.
Yeah, I won't stay long, Mr. Pierre, but I just want to ask you a question, yeah? Mr. Pierre, I would like you to tell me, every day you criticize the new administration. So today I just want you to tell me, it could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3 good things the government have done for the past 3 years. Could you do that for me, Mr. Pierre?
One of the things that good that the government has done is they survived 3 years. And I think...
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I say one of the good things the government has done, they have survived a period of 3 years. And that is very good. They survive 3 years. So that it must be a good thing. But it's difficult for me to get good things that this government has done. The fact that they continued some of the government projects that they start, that is a very good thing. Some of the
yeah, go ahead.
some of the projects that government start, they continue with that. And I think that is very good. Thing. Yeah.
And there is a lot more I think you should mention.
Well, you asked me for 3.
Yeah. So we must give them praises as well, eh?
No, I'm not here to give the government praising.
No, give that when they do good.
Color. Yeah. The government have the propagandists, they have the apologists. I'm not here to praise the government. I'm here to make suggestion to the government and point out where I find they're going wrong.
Okay.
That is my aim, not to come and praise the government. I'm here to point out where the government going in wrong. The government have enough people praising them. I'm not going to join the group praising the government. If you ask me something good that they do, I'll point it out. But I'm here to point out what the government is doing that is fundamentally wrong.
So, Mr. Pierre, what I'm trying to say here, even though you're not supporting them, if they do something good, you give them the praises. That's what I'm saying.
You have not. You should listen to me on the radio over the last 10 years. I've been on the radio for the last 10 years.
I'm baffled now with what you're saying because you take a diversion in 23 now. 23. After the election, you change, yeah. You know that?
All right, Color, thank you.
Yeah, have a nice day.
Yeah. You see, this government is, I always say that I don't go after politicians making mistakes. Everybody could make mistakes. They are human beings. And politicians are the most criticized in all professions. So I concentrate on the policy of the government. I put a lot of emphasis on that. I look at the utterances and expressions of government that reflect the philosophy. And this government, I am convinced, is going on the wrong trajectory. And I'll go back to the point of bribery. There are too much rumors and speculation and instances that this government is taking bribe. I spoke about number 10, getting 160,000 plus other things, and jump the fence with drama. We have not been given explanation of Ron's gracious offer. Ron was thrown out of the cabinet publicly, but he never left the cabinet. And he said he got a gracious offer. We have heard the story of one individual tasked to do something in 3 weeks. He said he cannot do it in 3 weeks. He could do it in 8 weeks. Then he agreed to do it in 3.5 weeks because of a sweet spot. We have heard too much instances, and rumors and speculation of bribery. I believe the very fact that the government raised the income of the ministers by over 300% as soon as they come in office was an act of bribery. I take the strongest objection to the Prime Minister wanting to be a billionaire in 5 years. This one is a shocker. It means the Prime Minister have to be a thief. If his intention in coming in government is to be a billionaire before he leaves in 5 years, that is unacceptable. I take objection to one minister saying, lose, draw. He's fixed for life. Yes, scholar, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, scholar.
Yes, there is one thing I want to congratulate this government for, and that is proving to the Grenadian people that they are the most wicked, deceitful, corrupt bunch of Grenadians who ever governed this country before independence and since we get independence. They prove themselves to be deceitful, wicked, to the poor, the vulnerable. They prove themselves to be dishonest. They prove themselves that you should never ever trust them again. And I am begging Grenadians to wake up, wake up, wake up. Because if you don't wake up now, I will be sorry for you the next round. Because if Grenadians put back these people there, right? Them or this organization they call the movement, the NNP have proven to the Grenadian people that they are the most honest and hardworking in this country when it comes to governing the country. And if you go and you put in this bandit and them that calling themselves movement, they ain't telling you, they ain't ended up the name for you if it's the New Jewel movement, if it's the non-aligned movement, but some kind of movement. But we know what they were involved before, right? All of them have a history. So we need to look at the whole history of politics and politicians in Grenada. And NNP have proven itself to be the best in everyone. Have a good day, sir.
I'm in support of your comments, except you say for you, I will say for us. Yes, caller, welcome.
Hello?
Yes, caller, welcome.
Yeah, I have one comment, Mr. Pierre. I do not like the idea when I put on the radio to hear your program that you have those other guys coming in and dictate your program for you. I think you need to take control, more control. At least they could speak, yes, but they're trying to tell you what to say and what not to say. And I find this funny because I love to hear your program instead of hearing their own, because they are capable of launching their own programs. So why do we have to let them dictate your program and telling me what I should listen to? Sorry, Mr. Pierre. I don't like that. Thank you very much.
Yes, on Studio Galaxy 473 on Saturday, I normally have a subject matter. So I would speak on that subject matter. And the people who call would sort of stick with the subject matter. But on the program On Target, I don't have a subject matter. So when I come here, I don't have a subject matter. I only start on a subject because I don't get a call yet. But I'll change this subject if the caller introduce a new subject. So it's a question of giving people an opportunity to express themselves. That program On Target is about that, is to give people an opportunity to express themselves. On Studio Galaxy, I always have a subject matter. I have two programs there. One is on agriculture, and the other is pure politics. But I have a subject matter. But on this program today, I don't have a subject matter. So people could interject and come in and introduce and make some low political blow and etc. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, my brother.
Yeah, while I share your sentiments, I don't really agree with it because I share what the caller is saying. The NDC has like about 6 or 7 programs, right? We have about 20-something radio stations in Grenada. And current affairs program, they fill them. They go below the live, they go below the type, all below our pages, they come in and say all kind of nonsense. NDC won the election by 21,000 votes. NDC is not the whole of Grenada, right? NDC supporters are not Grenada. You have people in Grenada that support NNP also. And this notion that NNP people is dunce and stupid, they're going as far, let's imagine, Mr. Pierre, how arrogant these people are. They're going as far to say they can smell an NNP. That's a level of how stupid the idea these people are in. let me say this to the diaspora supporters, both NMP and NEC. Don't fall for this nonsense. Get your act together. Fix your business. You all see what is happening in your country right now. We all live, we all reside. We live in Grenada. We know what's going on. We experiencing the high light bill. We experiencing the high water bill. We experiencing the high cost of living. And don't come and tell me it's happening all over the world. Governments are there to decrease prices, make your life living easy. You understand? All they boasting, all these NEC people boasting about all they put in toilet and modern toilet, like if shit is modern. P is modern. So why NEP was billing? NEP was going to bill in latrine? I mean, come on, the level of thinking you are. You guys need to stop. Look at what happened. Mr. Pierre is telling you we are seeing corruption. We are hearing ministers in government right now. We are hearing they are going bankrupt. Yeah? You are sitting ministers before election, couldn't get a loan in no bank, writing bank check. Yeah? You have ministers now that driving that did not license before, was driving before. All these things. You have a minister sitting now. The first 2 months in his salary, he said he had $2 in your account. No, he says for life. Yeah? But you are talking about all the running Grenada, good running Grenada nice. Give me a damn break, man. Mr. Pierre, have a good afternoon.
Yes, Colette. Thank you. The NNP public relation have to do better. The NNP ministers have to learn to use the medium that appear to favor them better. They don't using it. I don't invite no politician to come on my program, but I don't refuse politician because the program is an hour. You have a number of young political individuals in the NNP, and they're supposed to be much wiser on social media. I myself don't know how to demolate so well on social media. I'm trying. But if the NDC is bombarding social media, they're right. You, the NNP, could bombard social media too. You could bombard social media. Real FM, a station who have suffered immensely because of the political position of Andre Donald, the one in charge. They're struggling to get subscribers. Is NNP subscribing to Real FM? Yes, caller, welcome.
Yes, good afternoon, Doc.
Yes, my brother.
How are you today?
Great, man.
Have a good day. I'll tell you something. You use a word that I love very much. Get wiser. I want to say to all the supporters of the parties, and even the leaders, tone the rhetoric tone. It's a kind words bring back kind echoes. You don't have to be voicious in a lot of the situation. I like quiet diplomacy on all sides. We have to be more diplomatic in handling the tough issue. That is where leadership comes in. Leadership doesn't respond immediately just as things said. You have to think in things, analyze it, and then you should know how to act. So I don't like the quarreling. And Mr. Pierre, I want you to do something for me and for the nation, because I had been discussing that for many months with my good friends. It goes back to my memory that we are in all the bodies of the world bodies, United Nations, IMF, World Bank, CARICOM, etc., etc., etc. And I would like to know statistically what is our annual financial contribution to these bodies.
A little low.
And over a 10-year period, I'm not saying 5 years, 3 years, I'm saying over a 10-year period, could we come up with how much we contributed to these bodies? I want to arrive at a position. I can't tell you yet. When the figures come through, I'm going to tell you what I want us to do with the figures. Yeah? But I wish you could take this seriously, and if you could hunt down this information, I would like to hear this, sir. Yeah?
Yeah.
I will just leave it there for now, but ask all the members of the supporters of the various parties, tone it down. Tone it down, tone it down. Because you see, I see we moving further away from each other. The anger is taking over. And we're not supposed to allow the politics to take us away. We're supposed to hold steady mentally. Yeah? That is how we'll be able to solve problems. So please, tone it down. Have a great day, sir.
Yes, I have always admired Andrew Donald. Don't agree with him much, but admire him. And that's why I've stuck with his radio program. Irrespective of all the hostility towards him, he always called out to respect the opposition. Unlike members of the opposition. Keith Mitchell and the NNP have always stretched their hand for those who are willing to work with them. The record is there to show. Richard Duncan was no friend of Keith Mitchell. But Keith Mitchell reached out to Richard Duncan to put him in charge of FROC. FROC is the organization that was monitoring the economic discipline of the NNP. Imagine that. You went in the enemy camp and get one of the individuals to come to monitor your economic discipline and report it to the international organization. That is a government that have confident in themselves. A government that reaches out and says, Grenada we have to build. So the NNP supporters must follow this pattern. Francis Alexis was not in Keith Mitchell camp, but when we were dealing with the referendum, Keith Mitchell could have get Joseph, or one of those bright class, Dr. Joseph have a PhD too, but he went and get Francis Alexis, an individual who was known not to be in his camp, and prepared to work with him. Keith Mitchell was able to work with Chester Humphrey. And this is the example of NNP. Irrespective of the hostility, the threats against you, you must show the NDC members that you are inclusive, that the house have room in it, that you prepare to work with them, and you have a big forgiving heart. Because that is about Grenada. Irrespective of the cries of Shirley and Robinson, when you speak to her, there is no bitterness in her heart. You have to understand, NDC is not a big group of people. You know. NDC is about less than 3,000 people. But they are able to get all those who are angry and bitter against any other organization to come with them. They're so bitter. They're able to get the extremists and the atheists to join them. But NDC is a small group. This group of NDC under Dick Mitchell is the worst version of NDC. It's only a few of them. What they do, they reward those who they know strongly supporting them. Yes, caller, welcome. Yes, caller, welcome.
Yes, Mr. Pierre, good afternoon.
Go right ahead.
It is one thing to advise that the rhetoric should be toned down. But there's a saying, who feels it knows it. And Mr. Pierre, I talk to people a lot about issues. What is going on in the country, how they feel, how they see it. And a lot of crying is going on. A lot of hurt is being felt. And the fact remains, Mr. Pierre, that the NDC supporters historically have been preaching hate, hate, hate it all the time. What you hear coming from these people is venomous language. And I'm telling you, as much as I don't take part in party politics, I was called an NNP idiot the other day. When I hear that man say, and the man knows me well, and he called me, he said, and he said about NNP was stupid. I was discussing an issue with him. And he told me about all you NNP people were stupid.
Yeah.
And historically, these people have been preaching it. Who get the worst end of the stick in this country? Or who get worse stick than Keith Mitchell? Keith Mitchell been beaten
left, right, and center.
On the head, left, right, and center. Hate being preached against him. Hate being preached against NNP supporters. So I'm yet to understand what the phone down rhetoric could amount to. Because there's no way. And it's not like the man is trying to say that you don't speak the facts. Maybe find you too vehement and aggressive. But hello, the anger that this government is bringing out in people, you could actually feel it. I talk to shopkeepers and so on relative to that issue. The kind of business they're experiencing from the time that the government came into power, and especially nowadays. And this whole issue about paying every 2 weeks as though that will amount to anything. That doesn't show to amount to anything in the country right now. Mr. Pierre, a lot of projects have been shut down. Money that was allocated, for example, for the fort project, the restoration of the fort. That project is flop right now. This whole thing about bathroom and toilet given to people, the government is depending on sponsor financing. The previous government used to be doing it straight away, straight out. And that program is a failed program right now. Bathroom and toilet we're talking about. And I heard one of the guys who was called a program, bringing up that issue about bathroom and toilet in Grenada. He doesn't know what's going on. Right now, money is being owed to me. And the guy cannot pay. Concerning bathroom and toilet work that was done. So, as you know, it's construction I do, building I do. You know, nonsense, this whole project turned out to be right now. A lot of corruption going on in that project. So let some people get their act right from this and face the reality all going on in this country. This is a government that is out of context. The government don't have a clue as to what to do and how to get things done right. Pure and simple.
Yes, scholar.
So to rhetoric to tone down is a difficult thing.
Yeah, thank you. We still have room for another caller. You know, could call and number is 442-0175 and you could make your contribution for, against, on the side, or even something new will be tolerated. We have to understand that Grenada is 110,000 people. It's a small group of people that going on here. And if we continue to preach hate in our country, it's going to affect all of us. Some of the people that are being victimized and lose their job because they perceive to be NNP, members of their families, NDC. And the NDC always have this view of going after the elderly, cutting social programs every time they come in power. This version of NDC is the worst. Is the group associated with bribery the most. And they refuse to give information or answer questions. So rumors and speculation going to continue to run wild. We ask them, what is the value of the gift deacon received? We understand it is more than 30,000 US. Yes, caller, your last caller for the day.
Mr. Pierre?
Go right ahead.
You cut me off just now, boy. You cut me off this time. Okay?
Caller, we did not cut you off. Even if you believe you want us to cut you off, we did not cut you off. Go ahead.
Okay then. Mr. Pierre, I listen to you talk about corruption. Mr. Pierre, you're a man of stature. Well, why you don't take it to the police? Don't come and tell me you're corruption and you can't take it to the police. Mr. Pierre, stop manufacture. All you doing, all you bankrupt ideas. So all you could do is manufacture all kind of stupidness. Mr. Pierre, you manufacture something about the gift that the Prime Minister get. You could go in St. David Sunday and you'll get your share to bring to your village. Mr. Pierre, you say that is corruption. That is a fact today. You talk about the Prime Minister get gift from the Chinging group. Mr. Pierre, check your facts straight. Mr. Pierre, the gift was given to the country. I don't know why you're talking about the country. Every member of the party get a gift to the committee of reconciliation and whatnot. So, Mr. Pierre, when you're speaking, check your facts. And Mr. Pierre, when you're speaking, go, all the facts you talk about corruption, go and bring it to the police. You ain't have no facts, Mr. Pierre. You're lying with the people. All you have no idea now. So I just continue manufacturing that kind of thing as people go speak. But I can speak. Listen to our Prime Minister in the UN yesterday, Saturday. Mr. Pierre, that is leadership at the top. Mr. Pierre, keep pushing on Google and tax so. They're booing them and then they go there. Mr. Pierre, this Prime Minister, that's one of the best things we ever have. Watch me and tell me better. He is a leader of class. I listen to NMP lying to people and tell them breadfruit is breadfruit sell for $20 a month. Mr. Pierre, NMP lying to people and tell them cabbage is $15 a pound. Mr. Pierre, why are you could lie so? Mr. Pierre, I listen even every day. She tell the whole world that the Prime Minister going to Venezuela. Oh God. Mr. Pierre, only to know that the Prime Minister is in the UN speaking on behalf of Grenada, pursuing education, encouraging the people to educate their children so they come out of poverty. But you're doing that, I encourage them to stay where they are. Don't come out, don't educate themselves. I just depend on handout. Mr. Pierre, encourage the people to educate themselves.
All right, Caller, thank you.
People to work.
Thank you, Caller. You see, Caller, sometimes I feel sorry for you. Because you see, Deacon lying more than when horse shotting. And he's not providing information for his members. Deacon went in Venezuela. And he wear Maduro sash. He had Maduro clothes on him. A insignia or domino or whatever you call it. So he could not have expected to be an interlocutor, a mediator, if he is openly flaunting one side. If there is an impasse between Venezuela and the United States of America, and anybody want to be a mediator, you can expect to openly flaunt the side of one. So Deacon is deliberately lying to the country, and in the process, he is misinforming even you all. This Prime Minister has been telling more lies than all other leaders put together. And this is unacceptable. And we accuse the Prime Minister for taking bribe. The Prime Minister got 1,000 cricket kits. He that say that. That must be given to the Integrity Commission. Obviously, he could make suggestion because it's a cricket kit. He can't keep it for himself. Otherwise, we would assume that the person that given him is bribing him. It's simple as that. That is why you have an Integrity Commission. But the Integrity Commission has compromised themselves. When we ask what Ron get in the gracious offer, we understand it's $100,000. We heard he refused 60, and they give him 100,000. That is bribery. Come on. The government met rules and regulation in the Grenada Development Bank. They flaunted the law and they obtained money from the Grenada Development Bank illegally. That is thieving. Color, I mean, we have to help them walk the straight and narrow. They're not walking the straight and narrow. The excessive traveling of the government must be suspicious. They are doing this excessive traveling so that the ministers could amass wealth. They could make more money. They get more podium. They get more opportunity to enrich themselves. That is why the minister in Carrico says, win, lose, or draw, he fixed for life. That is why we hearing from the C-string from Gov that under 3 years, she has $600,000 in the bank. Color, we go become the laughing stock in the Caribbean. The level of corruption from this government is filtering down to the rank and file. You can't deny that. Every time we say that, you're going to kick Mitchell because you cannot defend it. The Minister of Social Affairs, she says a disaster, you know. That is strong words for a minister to be, and she master's degree, you know. I wouldn't surprise if she have 2 masters. She big enough. The Minister of Finance, he says shame, you know. You don't even want to talk about it. So there is credible information for the Integrity Commission to act on. But if Ron could claim he got information from the Integrity Commission, it means that the Integrity Commission is corrupted. And the board of directors of the Grenada Development Bank is bought and paid for. And the board of directors of the National Lottery is contaminated. Gravel Concrete, we heard who been supplying them with furnitures. They don't have no furnitures. So it means they're buying the furnitures from somebody else and selling it to Gravel Concrete. The Procurement Act, before politicians could only give a contract for $15,000. That is a safeguard that was there to prevent questionable activities. Anything more than $15,000, 3 parties have to bid for it. Now you have contract over $100,000, nobody bidding. Color, like thieving, like corruption. What we have here is a group of thieves led by Dick Mitchell, the corruptor-in-chief. This action is thieving. You basically thieving the public. When the government dismantle the economic disciplines put in place, then all hell roll. Color, the government suspend the debt payments. So while they have money galore, they live in a gala life, they suspend the debt payment. All of us supposed to be concerned about that. They suspend the debt payment. So we're not paying who we owe. And they suspended, I think, till 2027. We don't kick the ball down the road. We need to be concerned. You see, we have had 3 structural adjustment programs. And economic discipline and guardrails was put in place. And we sit down and watch this government dismantle the economic disciplines. We have to be concerned. The most we could do as radio personalities is to speak out. But if the government is corrupted, and we believe the government is corrupted, and the government corrupt the institutions that's supposed to protect the system, we're on the road to Haiti. Why is it we are willingly walking down that destructive path? Because the Prime Minister has not been putting himself to answer questions. Don't forget the biggest bomb blast that took place in Grenada was done in telescope. Based upon the information we have, they took the explosive material from St. George's and go and blow it up in telescope. A lot of questions needs to be asked. There was no press conference by the police or the Prime Minister. Why are we going down this track? This Prime Minister incited violence, dabbling their cult. We are very suspicious that a third party is directing our foreign affairs. And the Prime Minister have a foreign minister that has been a mama pool in your sense. If he is a foreign minister and the Prime Minister is the de facto foreign minister, you're supposed to tell the Prime Minister, take the foreign minister post. Because he is doing the foreign minister work. He make you look like a juvenile, a delinquent. It means you are incapable. The Prime Minister give you a position, but he found you wanting and incapable. We can run away from these things. And then we're in the blame game. We're living in lamentation. We have to come up with answers to solve the problems that we have. This country belongs to us. What you're going to have is more social decadence. And then we have a Prime Minister that we know is not here for long. He only in power to turn billionaire. The Prime Minister of Grenada is only in power to turn billionaire. And 2 members of the team have already declared that they fix. The sister from Gov and the brother from Karikou, he said lose, win, or draw. He fixed for life. Where we get this corrupt group leading us? Perhaps tomorrow we might answer where we get this. How did we reach there? So you have an opportunity to discuss that tomorrow and any other issue. How did we end up with this corrupt group of common thieves? Thank you for listening. Remember to subscribe, share, and like our program. Thank you.
Pick up the phone, we'll turn it up. Real FM, ride the frequency. Talking truth, talking change, talking all that.